6 balls remaining.
The relentless pressure of captaining Australia in a crowded schedule of matches, constantly alternating between Test and one-day internationals.
On the last ball and bowled along the ground. The seats. There you go. An underarm. You ever believed it? And that's a disappointing finish. Disappointed Brian McKechnie, the crowd boo.
It wasn't the right thing to do. Trevor was the innocent bystander, as were the umpires and the other players in our team and the New Zealanders. I mean, it was...
You ever believed it? And that's a disappointing finish.
And now he said something like, well, you might have won the game, but you lost a lot of friends.
Jeffrey Howard. There he is now, talking with the 2 umpires Cronin and Weezer, and I know exactly the reason he's out there.
It was my decision and my mistake.
Greg Chappell's actions as an act of cowardice, which I believe it was.
Here's the relevant rule on page 2, and it says that no bowler shall be permitted to bowl underarm, and that's what Jeffrey Howard is out there talking to them about. Let me just tell you what I think about it. I think it was a disgraceful performance from a captain who got his sums wrong today.
We're going to bowl an underarm. You ever believed it? That's a disappointing finish.
I think it was a very poor performance, one of the worst things I have ever seen done on a cricket field. Good night.
At the SCG, playing for South Australia against New South Wales, when he went for a pull shot and missed, and he was hit in the lower left-hand side of his head. Now, the vision that you're going to see here wasn't actually broadcast, but it was being live streamed. Hence,
where Phil Hughes has been struck with a high ball and placed on a Medicab. He's receiving treatment at the ground as we speak. Drew Jones is there for Fox Sports News. Drew, horrible scenes from the SCG. What can you tell us?
South Australia 2 for 136. Phil Hughes will be widely tipped as the man to take Michael Clarke's spot in the first test at the Gabba, batting well on 63 along with Tom Cooper. It's not something I've ever seen at a cricket game before in my life. It's really it shocked everyone here. So.
Then flown to St Vincent's Hospital, where, as I said, he's in a critical condition. Teammates rushed to his side, including Michael Clarke. Now, he was expected to...
Batsman Phil Hughes arrived at Sydney's St Vincent's Hospital in an induced coma at 3:30 p.m. and is currently in surgery after being...
But as the cricket world attempts to move on from the tragedy, locals know that the hard part has only just begun.
Philip Hughes was just 25 years old when he died last week.
And we must play on. So rest in peace, my little brother. I'll see you out in the middle.
Thrashed by Hughes. He's very quick on end. You could bowl with a short leg and a leg gully and bowl at him much more than the South Africans are doing at present.
Harris to Hughes, 99. Goes in the air, it's going out the ground. What a way! What a way to get to your first test 100. Philip Hughes in just his second test.
Hotel rooms of Salman Butt and Mohamed Amir. So on to the Lord's Test, the first ball of the third over. The first no ball was due.
No balls, of course.
The bowler was Mohamed Amir. The no ball could hardly have been clearer.
Clever. Oh, it's a big no ball.
Seven overs later, the second. This time, Mohamed Asif.
Front line and looks as if he wants a bit of sawdust. It might be quite greasy.
And then the following day, the third.
No ball is the call.
One expert told the trial that this was the biggest no ball he'd ever seen.
How far was that?
Well, Mike, you better answer your own question. How far was that?
Ridiculously far. Ridiculously far. And he went over by a distance. You know, it was not a small no ball, and we haven't seen that from him before. But it is so sad, David, an 18-year-old with that sort of talent, and then for him to be getting involved in this. I'm absolutely sure he didn't go looking for anyone. Someone has dragged him into this.
Whoa. The cricket authorities were quick to ban the players, but the truth is that these men would almost certainly still be fixing now. Mazhar Majid, who was lured by an undercover reporter into revealing the murky world of fixing.
I'm telling you, big money can be made.
बड़ा मुश्किल टाइम है मुझे पता है, लेकिन ये है कि अभी तो मैं चल रहा हूँ क्योंकि फैमिली मुझे काफ़ी सपोर्ट कर रही है और स्पेशली जो मेरे सर हैं वो भी काफ़ी सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं। जो कहा कि 2 नो बॉल करना, मुझे अब याद नहीं उसने वहाँ पे मेंशन किया कि कौन कौन सी बॉल करनी है। मैं निकल गया कार से, तो सलमान बैठा रहा वहाँ पे।
Then, on the eve of last year's Lord's Test match, another meeting took place in a hotel room.
So the first ball, and the third over, Is there any signal? No signal.
The agent explained exactly when 3 no balls would be bowled.
The last ball, 6th ball.
Former Pakistan fast bowler Mohammad Asif publicly apologised for his part in spot fixing during the Lord's Test match.
I will cooperate with the ICC, its anti-corruption unit, and with the PCB in the fighting against corruption in the game.
बिल्कुल, इसीलिए तो मैं कह रहा हूँ कि मुझे ऐसे लगा कि मुझे गोली मार के किसी ने मार दी है, क्योंकि मेरी लाइफ तबाह हो गई। पूरे घर से मुझे फ़ोन आ रहे हैं और 5 दिन मैंने रोटी नहीं खाई थी। To be honest, मैंने 5 दिन और मुझे बैठे बैठे क्रैम्प्स पड़ना शुरू हो गए थे।
Well, more details on this scam clearly emerging, but the Delhi police today presented visual evidence supplementing the wiretaps that show how signals were decided between bookies and players. Irrefutable evidence seems to be stacked.
वो अपने दूसरे ओवर में एक टॉवेल अपने आगे लगाएगा, ये इंडिकेशन ऐसा होगा जो कि इस मैच में वो हमारे अनुसार ओवर करने जा रहा है।
Of the bookies, he was asked to give at least 13 runs, if not more, in the second over of his spell. He gave 2 runs in the first over, and in his second over he was hit for a 6 on the first ball, 2 runs on the second ball, and another 6 on the third ball, after which he controlled his bowling. Second over he was hit for a 6 on the first ball, 2 runs on the second ball, and another 6 on the third ball.
And that's well taken. Well, it's very strange. It looks like a straightforward edge. And there's Inzamam. Let's have a look. Down it goes. He's dropped it. How about it? Oh dear. Crowd cannot do that. The decision has been given, and Aravinda de Silva has been given out.
The scores.